little bit late. Well, yeah, we are a little bit late. Let's test the sound for the peepsies. Can one of you please check the sound? Okay. Sai, please say something. So, I don't hear you.
Hey, hey.
Kayo.
No.
He's trying to say something, but he.
I said, I said, I can hear well. I cannot hear myself. And then I was like, wait, he said he can't hear me. Is he checking the sound? Now I can hear you because I muted myself.
Sai, can you please say something so Kaio can check if your sound is all right?
Yeah, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes.
Test, break it, test.
Break it, break it.
Yeah, just Cass is a little bit away from the table.
Let me come closer.
Oh, this is gonna be audio fun. Okay, let me let me go to the big screen. Let me go back to the game table. Whoops. I apparently don't know how to do this. Uh, yeah. Hello, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a long while. It's been a little bit of a chaos. COVID at my end, so then you will. So I was knocked out for 2 weeks.
I got COVID.
You had
Also,
COVID?
I
You had
also had
COVID
COVID.
also? Yeah, COVID also. So we are, okay. Well, in the meantime, I don't know about you, but I had a very busy time because spring is afoot, or actually, it's already started, and spring is also at my work a very busy time. How about you, Sai? How was it with you this month?
I had just a lot of exams, really, so that's fun. Being a
Oh,
student right now is, yeah, exams and finals are starting to roll out.
right. And you, Gus, what about you?
I am currently working on the first version of my paper for my graduation, so
Ooh,
uh,
exciting.
I have a lot to do.
And you, Kaio, you told us that your school was starting again, and you actually have to go to the building that is called a school.
Well, yeah, I still have to go to the building. I teach them wearing masks with social distancing, windows open in the heat of Rio de Janeiro. So, yay! I could be doing that at
Mm.
home. Yes, I could. But that's not my decision to make.
Well, for my other teacher friend who does high schoolers, he was happy that he didn't have to go through the whole online schooling thing because most of the times students were just not even paying attention in class. so so it and that showed
Well,
in the results. He said,
pros and cons in each
"Yeah,
side
exactly,
there. But
exactly.
I particularly like the fact that if my class ends at 7:30 in the evening, at 7:30 in the evening, I am home.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
priceless.
yeah, yeah. I can definitely attest to the simplicity of just leaving a building and just the work day. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury because my workplace is basically everywhere. Um, okay, let's start with the game itself. But let's first do a reminder of last time. Um, who was or is the good note taker and remind us what happened last time.
Hey, it was our second session with Gus's new character. I forget the name. I remember it was really fancy, really noble.
Really
And
novice.
we had finally officially taken on a job or had been contracted.
Yes, and what did that entail?
I do recall it's something about the war effort. I think we were supposed to deal with some orcs, or like a small band of orcs.
Mm-hmm. 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 And what else happened? Because something did happen with our new character, Elion.
I, everyone else seems to give him really funny looks, but Void can't quite place his finger onto why. He just everyone, especially in the Church of the Raven Queen, very weird looks. And when he touched, I think it was like a holy, like the pearl that we got from Drago, his hand started disintegrating a little bit, but it didn't do anything to Void.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, it's not exactly touching the pearl alone by itself, but touching with the glove that we got from the Raven Queen's church. Sorry, let me rephrase that because, the glove that we happened to stumble across accidentally and ended up in our room with no intention of stealing anything. I will not say anything further without the presence of my attorneys.
Right. Right. Well, let's go back. If I'm not mistaken, last time the crew left the temple and went to the inn to find some respite. But also made a slight discovery of Elion disappearing when the pearl was close to the gauntlet. Well, basically, it was a gauntlet, it was a glove, a well decorated glove. What happened after that? Because you'd made this discovery. It was already kind of close to the evening, end of the day.
Did you get a visit from Maria Rosa?
You haven't gotten a visit yet.
No. So the visit happened before because I remember Maria Rosa uh, talked to us about the phase noir stuff.
Yes, 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 she did. Um, there's a knock on the door. Uh, a very sweet, small voice. Hello. No.
Hello.
Uh, room service. There is someone downstairs.
I open just I slightly open the door. I make it like so as that she can see only my eye, one eye. I look down at her because the soft voice seems to be from a small person, short person. And I,
Well,
yeah,
when you open up the door, you actually don't see a person. You just see a small flying creature. And
yeah.
you recognize that creature as a pixie. Hello. I wanted to. You are requested downstairs by someone called. Uh, it had three names. She had three names. I can't remember what the names are.
Can you give me a quick description?
Um, she is human. She has black robes. Um, she's
Does she have any religious symbols?
well. She does have tattoos.
Okay, let's go, dears. Apparently, the Shadow Hunters are here to talk to us.
Isn't that the assassin lady?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's always fun. Let's see what they need.
Let's go down. Also, I'm very
Let's see.
confused because he said there's someone downstairs, but isn't there always someone downstairs?
Well, let's see what they are going to convince that we need them for, when in fact that it's them who need us.
I mean, I'll admit I do need them. I want to burn down the nest of the undead in the city, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, let's kill some undead.
When you go down, It seems pretty empty. Um, when you went up, it was full. The whole establishment was full with people, mostly with officers from the Kogegung, and it seems now pretty empty. Outside, you hear a lot of um, horses footsteps. Footsteps, yeah, it's footsteps, right? They have feet. Uh, a lot of trampling, a lot of carts being pulled. That's what you notice. She sits down. She is right there at a table next to the window.
Can I look out of the window?
You actually see ships sail off, which is for which is very strange to do during the night. And you can an occasional ship leaving at night, okay, but not a complete fleet leaving tonight. That is very uncommon.
And I does it seem to me like it's some like they're going to war or something?
Yeah, like what are the type of the ships that we can tell?
Uh, uh they are heavily armed, so lots of cannons. And you also see while you were looking out that close to you, what you can see, uh, the stacks are gone. The stacks, the goods that were stored, uh, most of it is just gone. And if you look through the further into the window, like left and right, it's like across the whole harbor like that.
Do the ships have a flag? Like
Yes,
do they?
they of course have the flag of the kingdom.
Hmm. Well, guys, it seems they might be going to war.
Suppose this has to do with us. And is it Maria Ross? Can we tell?
Yeah, you definitely know that is Maria Rosa.
Okay. I suppose we should ask her. Like,
No,
this seems quite important, and we were just contracted by him.
let's ask.
Well, nice that you are here. Wait, you're the new one, right?
Yeah, fairly new one. Yeah.
All right. Hmm. I have to remind you. I have to keep you in, like, in my
Keep your
mind.
mind.
Yes. Okay. So, as you can see outside, it has become. There is word that the war has started.
Ooh.
There was an actual invasion on kingdom territory tonight. So everybody is now shipped off to get as fast to the dwarven kingdom as fast as possible.
And
Which,
I'm guessing we're being sent with them.
well, that was the plan, but there is another mystery. Um, we have heard that the hobgoblins have a base here now, and that worries us even more than the war itself. Not because the
I mean,
war is not dangerous, but they have now finally established a base here somewhere.
do you mean here in the city or like loosely within the borders of the kingdom?
No, within the city, which is
Hmm.
new.
Didn't we? Is that maybe the base that we thought of in the uh, church?
You have found something in the temple?
If I recall.
Very odd underground section that I don't quite recall being there. We were only there very briefly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We
And
Could
did.
I
be.
found my talent for making candles.
Oh, well, that's a nice artistic trait. But no, seriously, that is worrying us, and we're trying to find them. Unfortunately, also parts of our organization are being sent, or actually, we send them to make sure that the balance is being kept. Uh, that leaves us very vulnerable in the city.
I'm
So
I'm guessing our first job to find and hopefully destroy, or at least find this nest of hobgoblins.
Yes, we have changed the situation that that will be your new priority. If they establish they can take over the city with a couple of days, if we don't find them. They can
do
do a
we
lot of damage if they are secretly somewhere here.
do we get like an all access pass?
As you know, you operate with us, which means everything has to be done covertly. That also means that we can't say or give you any access that you normally wouldn't have. We operate in the same way because we don't want to be conspicuous.
Hmm. They won't notice us.
Exactly. I think if we give you, if the king requires you to do more, you might be the first target because you are then uh, a seek and destroy team, uh, party. They might want to eliminate first.
Hmm.
Hmm, that is encouraging.
Yes, well, we try to give you as much protection as you can, but not being noticed is more important than actually have associations with us.
Hmm. Do you have any information on where they could be? As far as I know, there's only two places I can think of, and I think it'd be hard for them to sneak in from there.
We don't know. And we also suspect that they are also in the Shadowfell, but we are not sure. We haven't found them.
So we should find these guys, and we have no actual lead.
Like I said, there, as you already noted, there are some places that have not been fully being used for centuries. I suggest you look for places like that first.
And what do we get for risking our lives?
Hmm.
Because kingdoms fall and rise, but we still have to eat.
Yes, that is true. We will make sure that wherever you go, you will be able to feed and clothe yourselves continuously. We will we have a connection with a lot of healers in the city, so if you are getting damaged in any other way, you will just have to mention us and then everything will be taken care of.
Nice.
So that would not be a main concern for you. I understand our cooperation with the Raven Queen will also help. Um,
I'd certainly know the children to be more willing to share and help out if they also get some.
from what I understand, the local temple is busy trying to protect themselves from any unwanted attacks. Um, from what I understand, they have found sources of undead here, and they have their religious obligation to take care of that first.
Or
I'd
maybe you
certainly
could
have to agree.
help us get in and get access.
I'm sorry, please repeat
Sorry?
that again.
Maybe for it, you can help us get access.
I can certainly get us in. It's just we're in the church, the temple. I'd need to get us in too.
Hmm. Any ideas, Surim?
Well, I don't know because last time we researched the temple quite thoroughly. Places that haven't been used in centuries, I can only think of the place where we came from. I mean, not you because you're not with us, but me, Void, and the late Drogo, rest in peace, Wood Beater. And there is this other shop as well.
It was a
Uh,
it was like an inn, I suppose, is the closest I could say it to. Some kind of adventuring, I guess, center.
yeah, but I'm not sure if that's the appropriate place because that is where we met Maria Rosa for the first time.
Hmm.
And that is still secured. Um,
So
temporarily, that
one,
is temporary. That is our base of operation since the Adventurers Guild has been lifted.
so one last place to get to look at, right?
Well, it is built on a very ancient um, establishment, which was based on religious something. I am not the one that's doing the investigation concerning history like that, but you can always try.
Hmm.
Oh, certainly sounds like under the.
Actually, my dear, do you happen to have any knowledge about, I don't know, maybe temples for ancient, forgotten deities in the city?
There used to be one for Hiduko. That is very, very
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
where that would be, because I have the feeling that there might be something about it there.
the thing is, it has been an I wouldn't say an eon, but it's very close to an eon ago that there was a temple in the vicinity of the city, but nobody knows where the ruins are.
Okay. Well, I'd highly advise you to talk to the investigators team because there might be something about that place. I
Hmm.
have a hunch, a feeling,
Right.
uncomfortable feeling.
I will take that into account. Now, it's time for me to leave, and I hope to see you all. If you need our help, um, just shout. We're probably close by.
Do you have a secret whistle?
No,
No, actually, they have someone on the rooftops spying on us.
Hmm.
that's one method, yes. Very observant, Sarim.
Yeah, well, actually, I think that is very invasive of you guys, but I'm a shower, so I
Well,
don't care.
no one's ever been able to catch me, so we'll see how good that will be for them.
All right. Well, uh, uh, it's time for me to leave. I hope everybody has a good night.
Certainly try.
You too. Sleep well or not. I don't know if you sleep. Anyway, have a nice night.
And she leaves. This time without haste. Normally she always like sneaks out, but today she doesn't do that.
Hmm.
She doesn't drop the smoke bomb and quickly
Nope,
hides behind a
nope,
curtain
not
to
at all,
disappear.
not at all.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. That's kind of
Really out of character.
out of character. Yeah.
Well, as she walks away, I look at her, I look at them and say, this is kind of odd. It doesn't sit quite right. It's uncomfortable.
You acting
I
normal.
I suppose with the current state of everything that we just kind of have to go with it.
So what is our plan gonna be, guys?
Resting because it's still, you know, the evening. We came here to rest. I recommend we do that.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I suppose the best place to start would be underneath the temple. That's really the only place I can think of that we know that has an underground.
Yeah, but we have been there, and me and Elio.
Alien.
Sorry, what's your name again, dear? I
Alien.
forgot.
Sir
Ilian.
Alien Alperius. You can call me Sir Alperius.
Okay, Ilian, and be very, very happy that I don't call you Gas because you are the first one in the Gas family in the table. So, basically, uh, we've been there, me and Ilium, and we couldn't find anything except, that particular object that ended up in our room, and we know nothing about how it ended up there.
Yeah. That one thing that just slipped into the bag.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah. I'm looking at Void. I'm looking at Void.
Don't worry. We could always try underneath in the. We could always try to explore back that shop that we came through the first time, Serene. We never actually really explored that place. There might be more there.
Yeah, I believe that is something. Another option would be to go to the temple because the first time we went there, we didn't want to get caught. Maybe with if you talk to the superiors, we could have some more time to search the temple. But
I,
I would say that would be second option.
I suppose we definitely could. I'd have most access to temples rather than private quarters.
I think we should go to the temple because Floyd also said that there were places in the temple that were never uh, discovered or they never been to them before.
Hmm.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, with that rest, I really don't feel comfortable going to the temple. They have a very troublesome problem with rats.
Yes, we should dress.
Rats.
uh, I presume you're going upstairs
To sleep.
uh, to sleep.
Do we notice
And
on our way up if there's less people than when we went down?
yeah, before there were still a couple of officers there, and those all also left. Uh,
Hmm.
and there are still patrons there, but none of them are military. None of them.
Mm. All right.
It is the time that you go upstairs and um, try to get some sleep. The moon is shining very brightly, uh, and in the background, if you have uh, when you would go outside just to take in the air, you hear during the night carts and horses walk and roll. You hear soldiers' footsteps everywhere, the clinking of armor. Now, because of that noise, you're probably gonna close the balcony and the windows. I would like everybody to make a sanity roll.
So,
Right.
a technicality thing. I don't sleep.
Right. Do you
I
do you act like you're gonna sleep, or are you going to just stay awake?
am gonna act like I'm gonna sleep, but with my eyes wide open.
Right.
I, yeah,
Right.
he's reborn. He doesn't need sleep. He gets Sentinel's rest.
I need 4 hours of inactivity.
Right. 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 So, what are your rolls?
I got a 17 in my
17.
I got
sanity
a
roll.
12.
You got a 12. For your
Um,
sentinel rest, I want you to do like a meditation. So you're gonna roll sanity. 'Cause I think I looked it up and I think it's +2.
Yeah, I got 12 in total.
Okay. Surim, you don't notice nothing. You have the sweetest dream you have had for a while. You you end up actually in the Feywild. In your dreams, you end up in the Feywild, where the smells are beautiful and the lights, the reflections of flowers and the sun is a divine experience.
I can see myself hopping around and saying, "Sweet dreams are made of this."
Elion, while you are in this meditative state, you feel restless. It feels uncomfortable. You still sleep, you still dream, but it's more of a common dream, like um, you're in the woods and chopping down a tree. But you all the time have the feeling you have to look over your shoulder. Void, for you, it takes you a while to go to sleep. Eventually, you manage to get to sleep, and then you hear a voice, a soft voice. Well, Void, how are
Am
you
I like,
today?
oh, am I like seeing anything, or is it just like in my mind's eye where it's all,
It's all in your mind's eye.
oh, uh, do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, you heard the voice before.
Oh, uh, kind of like panicking that I can't kneel or show any kind of sign of respect. Madam Raven Queen.
Don't worry. This is your dream. This is your mind. I'm just a guest.
Man. Uh,
I think the time has come.
what for?
There'll be a lot of suffering,
Same
and
concept.
I need you there to make sure that everybody is saved.
Mm. Where am I to go?
You'll know. I don't have to tell you. Follow your guts.
Yes,
Or,
Madam Raven Queen.
as I've heard in a different language, you will feel it. You will feel it in your water.
In my water. Hmm.
You're doing well, and you're doing good work. Don't forget that, Void.
Understood, madam.
You feel a very you hear crows and ravens. You feel them coming towards you. And there is a big raven passing through you, and you fall asleep. The sun is shining through the window, and it feels like somebody opened up the window last night.
Hmm.
The wind is blowing very softly, and the sun is beating on your skins. Who's waking up first?
Um, I think I'm already awake.
And what did you do?
Speaking, Kaz does not sleep.
And actually, I only do it for 4 hours. So,
He's just up
but
for another 4 hours waiting for us.
yeah, pretty much. I'm probably sitting on a balcony.
You sit there and you noticed, and you probably noticed very early that the window was opened and there was footsteps on the balcony, or on the basically the patio, because it was a how do you call that, a um, top deck, because you were on top of among the roofs.
But towards us or away from us?
Um, Footsteps towards you and then away from you.
I check my belongings.
Okay, roll perception.
Well, this cannot go good. 14.
Who has the pearl? You went through your own belongings, and it seems that nothing is missing.
I'm gonna try to investigate the footprints on the awning.
Okay. In this case, roll survival.
Survive.
Guys, you also
Oh,
should check your belongings.
oh, that kind of hurts. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it gives you any type of clue. It's anonymous. It's like a footstep. Like there was um, um, a generic foot coming in towards you, coming and leaving. That's what I meant.
I can't quite make anything out about it, but as far as I can tell, it's just a normal person.
Um,
Yes.
Guys, if I was you, I would check your belongings. I've done mine, and still got everything I came here with. I think someone entered the room
Why?
because there are footsteps going towards a room and away from a room, and there's a window open.
I quickly get my backpack, start opening everything and looking for everything. Like, oh my god, is there anything missing?
Roll perception.
I'll do the same. I'll roll
Roll
perception.
perception. Yeah.
Oh no! Why?
That's a 12.
I rolled a natural 1.
Yeah, I see that. Uh, Sureim, you are convinced that everything is there. Void, I think you have the feeling that everything is there.
I'm just confident. I'm like, everything seems fine.
It's
Great.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Okay, fellas. So we should go down. And by the way, we are on a second store, right? Second, third
Yes.
stores.
Basically,
Okay.
you're in the penthouse.
So we should go down, grab ourselves something to eat, and then head to the temple.
Yeah. Should we leave the items here or take them with us?
Oh, if
I
someone invaded the room, I think it's best if we took them with us.
I mean, if they came in the night when we were all here, there's no telling what will happen if we leave our items when we're not here.
Yeah, I meant like the glove that is from the temple, and that we got in a partly illegal way.
Well, by the way, two items, right? The glove and the pearl. If I'm not mistaken, the person who had the glove was Sai. Okay.
And
Yeah, it was void.
Sai
And the
also has the
pearl?
pearl, right?
You got both, right?
I mean, I certainly think I have both.
So
Great.
let's go down and eat.
Yes, eat.
And today's meal, what is being served, has changed. Uh, for some strange reason, there is only pork available today. Sausages, bacon, no eggs.
I'll skip today. I'm allergic to pork.
I'll have some bacon.
Oh my god, yes, please, bacon, sausages, everything, but you're allergic to pork?
Yeah, I know it's very bad. I cannot
But
help it.
no, no.
If I eat it, I die. I have a chance to die.
I
My
think
my friend,
I think that's already
weird
covered.
is the fact that you sleep with your eyes open. That's weird. Freaks me
Oh,
out.
I wasn't sleeping then. I was, staring to the ceiling, thinking about a day.
But you eventually slept. You eventually slept, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I closed my eyes and everything.
okay. Still creepy though.
Hmm.
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
Still creepy though,
Creepy.
because
Yeah.
you just lie there looking towards the ceiling. Why don't you do something? Like read a book or, write a poem.
Um, do you have a good book? I've read so many already.
Well, I do have a good book. I will lend it to you next time we have a short rest.
Maybe
Okay?
you can write down some adventures of that Drogo guy. It was called. He seemed like a good adventurer. Maybe it will make a good book.
Yeah, definitely. I will definitely write a book about that, but it would be like censored for children and stuff.
Hmm.
I too also have a good book, and I like start to take out like the little prayer books that I have.
Nah, keep that away. No.
Sitting at the book.
The next
That was
time you're knocking
irresistible. That was
on
irresistible.
our room, like
I couldn't
offering us
resist
the
that.
word of the Raven Queen.
Except
Well,
I
you
have thaumaturgy, so I can just force someone's door open.
the most
Win me
aggressive,
now.
the most aggressive salesperson ever. Boom!
Thaumaturgy, the door open. Good evening. Have you heard of the Raven Queen? I pop through the door.
Using thaumaturgy again to louden your own voice, or isn't that's the other one?
Yeah, no, that's thaumaturgy.
That's also thaumaturgy, right?
13.
Yeah.
um, when you all sit there and eating your meats, basically just pork and one nothing.
Bacon.
uh, you see people, just regular people working at the docks, but it is pretty much soldierless. You see here and there, of course, the people um, from the Arumshike, but it seems like the patrol of the Arumshike, the frequency of the patrol is lower than yesterday.
Hmm.
Well, if there is a group of orcs or hobgoblins infiltrated in the city, now would be the perfect time for them to attack, right?
We should find them quickly.
Yep.
So first to the temple, and then if that doesn't work, go check the shop where we came in through.
Yeah. Let's go. Did you ask in the temple if we could have entrance to like the hidden rooms, or I don't know how they call them?
Well, they're not hidden, I'd say. I'm more than certain it'd be more of a asking if we can go to the underground portion of it.
I
Some like
guess you roll.
dungeon.
I guess you all leave. Um, you went all with your stuff, with
Hmm.
everything. The
Yep.
room you had is now vacant from your stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
You go through the streets. You see Mama Cocina's place. Of course, the orc lady is waving to avoid, trying to get his attention.
I'll wave back at her. I
Hey,
guys are
Ford, who's
walking
that?
along.
Is that your lady?
No, she's just a really nice patron who gave us free meals when we first came here with very little we have.
Hmm. Oh, you never know. You're a man of church, but you never know. Sometimes they do have a lady on the side.
That is insinuation. I'll just look at him with like a look that could actually kill if I had magic.
I've seen it all. Don't
Would you
worry.
like to roll intimidation?
Yeah. I'll do that. I'm really good at I'm a changeling intimidation. All right, let's go. +4 and 11. Eh.
I'm just saying, I've seen it all. Don't worry.
It takes
I
you a while,
changed
but
my eyes to look like actual daggers.
it takes a while before you end up at the temple because the temple was more inland. And of course, you see the square full of people. That is something you also notice that there are more people than last time you visited. More people that went to the temple, offering uh, uh, goods and offering rituals to get apparently a blessing for something. You hear here and there. You hear women and men um, asking for a good travel. Uh, not well, and with a good travel, they don't mean a travel going wherever. They mean a travel to the Raven Queen.
Mm.
And you hear that there are some have family that are sent to the front line. You pass them, and one of your brothers, your fellow clergy, is approaching you. Say, hello, brother. Welcome back.
Brother. Uh, we've come on. I'm trying to think because we can't tell them that we're in working with Phase Noir. So, um, hmm. I've come with premonition to check underneath the temple.
Premonition. How did you get the premonition?
See, while I was sleeping, I had heard the voice of our Raven Queen.
Well, you have been blessed with her visit. Well, I
She told
can't.
me to go.
But what did she say?
She told me to go and make sure that the ones who needed to be put to rest were. But I have a feeling there's something underneath the temple.
Hmm. Well, we can arrange that you can go down there again. Um, let me find the headmaster that arranges all the keys. Um, please. And he leaves. While you are waiting, um, there are a lot of animals being put to slaughter.
Mm.
A lot of people are sitting in the middle where people are having a prayer, um, and a lot of clergy running around helping everybody that comes in. You notice that there are also people of other temples in the city.
Mm.
They mostly you're all dressed the same, but you know the little things like how well something is kept and how good
Color scheme of
yeah,
something.
color scheme or a discoloration of this thing. You know that is not the level of what you know from the city. So that's how you see there is a little bit of difference among them, and you notice that they are not from here.
Can I try to see if I recognize any of the colors of like what I guess domains they would be? or like what following they might be.
Yeah, yeah. You can roll a religion for that.
All right. Low rolls day today. That's an 8.
An 8. Okay. Um, you guess that they come from all the domains of the Raven Queen, but also from different areas, and some even from areas you have seen before because you've been stationed there for a while. Um, and they seem to, and there's even one that says, "Hey, Void, how are you? I have not seen you in a while."
Do I recognize this person telling me this, or is it a voice like from behind me?
No, no, he approaches you from the front, and you recognize him from the Bordinio Lake.
Hmm.
I have not seen you in a while. How are you?
Hey, it's been a really long time, and I'm holding up about as well as I can, really.
Hmm. But what are you doing here?
I've personally on a mission to check something. I have a
Right.
feeling, and you know
Hmm.
how my intuition is. I'm just currently on a mission,
Yeah.
just a
Yes.
gut
Yes.
feeling.
Yes.
These are
Yes. That.
my these are my compatriots now. Like introduce Ilium and Serene.
Hello, I'm Cal.
So,
Hello,
so-
I'm Serene, and this elephant friend here is
I am
Ilium.
Sir Elian Altherius. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Ilium.
you. Likewise. Well, let me go back to what I was doing. Um, nice seeing you.
As
Likewise.
always, brother.
And the other one returns. He gestures you three to come over and follow him. He doesn't say anything, but he just gestures you. It's from a distance. It's like 15 feet away.
I am I'm going to start paying extra attention within the temple to see if I catch any thing that could hint. Maybe there's a passageway or something hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll
Okay.
perception. Yeah.
I'll also do the same, but I'm going to specifically look at architecture to see if there's something like that wouldn't make sense, like a staircase that goes nowhere, like where a wall or door would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Okay.
I am going
Mm.
to use my inspiration point
Mm-hmm.
because I am uh, paying extra attention. It's 1d6, right?
Sorry?
Inspiration is 1d6 extra, right?
No, it's just an extra roll.
Oh, okay.
It's
And perception.
if you use your
Alright.
inspiration that I reward you, that it's just the extra roll. It's an advantage.
Okay. So it is 16.
16. From afar, uh, you do notice that there are some things that, yeah, the it is all decorated in Raven Queen architecture, more Gothic style. But there are some corners uh, that it's like it's been sanded down.
Hmm.
And what was
Well,
your? Yeah.
as I pass through those places, I kind of take some mental notes, and whenever we have some more privacy, I'm going to call the attention of my partners and say, "Hey, um, did you notice that in that corner, things are not exactly as they're supposed to be?"
What I notice with a 14.
You notice that, yeah, there is a pillar that is kind of doesn't make sense because all the pillars around it should support it, but there's this pillar there. Um, and also, when you share that information with Surim, you notice that something was sanded away.
I had a 2. I don't think I noticed anything.
No, you just see the people and you see kids running around, and uh, that's you get led to a big uh, um, uh, kind of a portal, a big gate. Your brother takes the key and puts it in the wall on the side, and on the other side from the door you hear a rattling.
Uh, brother, what is that?
That is a grid, like a protection grid.
Hmm.
We placed it on the other side so it wouldn't disturb the elegance of the Great Hall.
Okay, but protection from what? I'm not kind of like squint at him.
Well, this section is not very commonly used, or actually not used at all for a very long time, for at least 100 years. Um, this is a section where we used to go and used to use, um, but that's such a long time ago. We don't actually know what it was used for.
Oh, I was going to ask that because the way you describe things, brother, I expect to see some leather and some wheat there.
No, 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 no. We are not in the business of ending lives. We
No,
are in the business
I
of
mean,
escorting lives in their next venture.
yeah, but I mean some physical punishment. You do realize that religions in the old days used to be a little bit more hanky spanky.
He chuckles, just like I'm doing right now. Yes,
I just look at him and give him a quick like
it's a,
a blink.
it's a joke. It's a good joke, and that's a TikTok
Yeah,
reference.
yeah, definitely a joke.
Yeah, definitely a joke indeed. I know.
Jokey, jokey.
He opens up the door, and it swings uh,
Open, like inward
outside,
open.
inward open. Yeah, it sounds weird, but inward open. And because it wouldn't move because the grid was on the other side. Um, and it leads you to a stairs with a light slope, so it's not like a very diagonal slope, a very slight slope downwards. Um, he goes into a corner and he gives you a torch. I presume that you will need this, and I wish you all good luck.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, I'm sure you won't need it. It's just like a dark, god-forsaken, forgotten place inside a gothic temple. We'll be safe.
We'll be all right.
Well, with Brother Void, you probably will be all right.
I'll message when we need to get out.
Message how?
I say like this, and I'll send him message.
Oh, right.
Well, don't worry, brother. I'll message screaming like a desperate person. This message you won't miss. Shall we go down now, guys?
I suppose we shall go down.
Do you guys need the torch?
Yes.
All right. Make sure we don't put out too much light, then they'll see us coming.
I'm gonna. Do I have? I'm gonna see something. Spell. I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to turn the light like black instead of white, so it's not very bright.
Okay. Okay. Um, you all go down, and um, that would give you a little bit, because it's somewhat dimmer, right?
Mm.
So it would give you a little bit, so you have not the full 60 feet, because 60 feet is the maximum range of light, or is it 30 feet? I can't remember.
Well,
Let's
I have dark vision,
right.
just
Me
to
too.
warn the GM that the light may be darker, but I do see very well,
You
even
do.
though if it's black and white and shades of gray.
I have 120 feet dark vision.
It
Okay.
could be worse. I could be a Twilight cleric with 300 feet, and I could give it to the two
Yeah.
of them.
Now, in my case, it's only 60 feet, so yeah.
uh, you go down, and it starts like a straight downwards, but then it slightly spirals down into the left direction. On the walls, you notice that uh, there are some symbols that are not Raven Queen related,
Hmm.
that are kind of, I wouldn't say
Scratch.
worn down, so they're not very clear what they are, unless you are really good at identifying things.
I think I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
What am I rolling to check
A
out what it is?
religion.
Ah, of course. I'm very curious.
You are
It
doing
might as
your
well be the
best.
date. I rolled a 4.
You are
Can I roll
doing your
religion as
best.
well?
Yes, of course. But yeah,
I
This
rolled a
dumbass.
19.
I
good,
rolled a
because
15.
well, the 19 would work because the AC goes up once someone tries it again. Yeah, you notice that this is a symbol you have seen before, and this is a symbol you have feared.
Oh. Okay, guys. Do you remember when I asked Maria Rosa about the Temple of Hiduku?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Hiduku again?
I we're going to bring you up to speed in a few seconds, Emil. Well, my daddy issues say that this symbol is Hiduku.
All right.
Am I right, GM?
Yes, you are right.
Ta-da! Well,
I'd
I
certainly say
guess
you
we
do
can.
have issues, Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we can always rely on emotional damage, right? So, Alien basically, Hiduku is a trickery god that tried to be the trickery god, but then lost its place to what's the name again? Void, do you remember
Do I recall that?
the official trickery god that we
Joaquin.
have now?
Joaquin.
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 So Joaquin beat Hiduku, and Hiduku was cast away. But apparently, he decided to make both my parents their puppets, and they had a very weird acid-like travel through Hiduku's realm, and before coming here and meeting you.
Oh, that sounds really weird. I
It
don't.
was a really,
I
really
cannot
weird time.
think of. I cannot remember them, but maybe you've read something about them once.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, Hiduku was forgotten. Uh, he was an evil god and a very unpleasant person to deal.
Oh, seems like someone needs some punishment.
Well, the way you put it, I have some thoughts in my mind, but I'd rather keep them to myself. Now, let's try to explore the place, but let's be extra careful because last time we were with Iduku, portals were involved.
I'm gonna start like tapping my spear at the ground, like
Oh,
trying to see if there's any traps or anything.
That's a good decision. Roll for investigation.
Okay. 19.
I presume you do that with every step, right? And
Yeah,
you
just
tap
walking
every
down, I'm
step,
like
like
tapping it.
tap it, and it goes down. You go down like a half an hour, and tapping and even tapping on the floor, on the side of the wall. Uh, Everything seems good
Mhm.
to a certain point.
Oh,
Then you hear behind you rolling.
I'm just kind of gonna look down when I hear the rolling.
And it's
Not
still
again.
very far away, but you hear something roll downwards. It's very slow.
I'm just gonna tell him run and just dart. Take the dash action.
That escalated quickly. Emma follow.
uh, you will all run and run and run, and then the stairs. All of a sudden, uh, no, I want everybody to roll perception first.
Oh no.
No, that's not gonna go great. A 7.
22.
I got a 3, 4.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
I
4.
don't like hearing all those dice.
You all take.
Can
Uh,
I perform an action before something happens, or am I too late?
oh, I'll let you do a reaction.
Wait,
I
wait,
want to
my
do an
22 is
action,
enough to
but
see whatever's happening?
I actually, I no, I just wanted to do a quick cantrip blade ward.
Okay. Blade Ward. Let me see. uh, Tell me, what does it do, Blade Ward?
It just protects me from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing weapons for weapon attacks. So I don't know what's
Weapon
gonna
attacks.
happen.
Well, uh, while you're running, you don't do the scanning, right?
No, I'm
No,
running for my life because that the
exactly.
sound of that rolling.
And out of panic, you were supposed to go right, but you went straight on,
Oh no.
and that led you to fall, all three of you, and that led to 12, no, sorry, 14 points of damage, of bludgeoning
Wait.
damage.
So my
Fall
20.
damage, not weapon
Yeah.
based.
Wait.
Ouch.
So my 22 wasn't enough to see the right side.
I imagine us running. Boy, what is happening?
I just see the cartoon one where you run and then they're still running and then they just drop down.
I imagine where we just run and it's just like you can immediately see our arc as we're going down.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an old cartoon situation. You roll and you fall. You roll through, and you fortunately land right next to the hole. And right after you were falling, a boulder comes down and drops into that hole.
I'm
Ooh,
gonna look
girl.
at the two of them like kind of smug. Told you to run.
Well, you know something? I point to Void and say, "You've got to be bad." I point to Idiom, saying in a little bit more rhythm, "You've got to be good." And I point to myself and say, "I've got to be wiser." And I cast Enhance ability so that all the tests that I make with wisdom will have advantage because I'm casting Enhance ability on myself.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm more attentive. Let's go. And by
Still
the way,
smug.
Void, if you could please heal us because you know that fall hurt
I'm
quite
gonna still
deeply.
very smugly look at him and go, whoop, and just go, now it's cheating.
Well,
And I give him a cure wound. Hold on, I don't know.
it's not like it's a cantrip; it's a second level spell.
Oh. My back hurts a bit. Why did we not look out where to go?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. He's the cleric. He's supposed to be the wise one here.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, at least we
I'm back.
did not get, squashed by a boulder.
We're very close.
You wanted to do a heal, Void.
All right, let's see. Uh, how hurt is everyone? Is what I'm gonna ask.
Well, I lost a third of everything, so
Ah,
Oh my.
we all got the
Okay,
same
I'm
damage.
just yeah. I'm just gonna cast prayer of healing on us. It's up to 6 creatures, but there's 3 of us. So oh, really quickly, kind of a niche thing. Are you counting Ilium as undead, or is he still humanoid?
I'm humanoid. I'm
Okay, you're not
divine
doing
as
like where he's
humanoid.
dual type or whatever.
No, I'm divine as humanoid.
Okay, cool. Because I can't heal you if you're considered undead.
My creature type is humanoid. What it
Cool.
says
Yeah,
at my futures and traits.
cool, cool. Yeah, now I'm going to use prayer of healing. Oh, we are all really healthy. I've healed us for 16.
Oh,
That's great.
yay. Thank you
And
very much.
And I'll give
while
you
while we're
those
my
still
extra 4. I'll give you those
mm,
extra 4 as temporary hit points.
Ooh, I just. I can breathe again. Thank you very much.
I'll look at Sareem. Now who's the wise one?
Well, you should be the wise one. Why did you not look where we were going?
we were following you.
Yeah.
Exactly how would I have stopped either of you? And I'm gonna like hit my arm because my strength stat is like a 13, so I'm kind of really weak in comparison. And it's just gonna like dangle like a noodle.
Um,
Exactly how would I have stopped that?
Well,
I
against that argument, I could say that you have knocked out Drogo before, and Drogo was a barbarian.
you seem strong to me.
You're definitely stronger than I am.
I think you're the
But
strongest.
this is not a competition. We should keep going because I am really curious about this old Hiduko temple.
From where
Uh,
we fell, can we
Yeah.
tell anything, or is it just like a sheer wall?
There is. It's like you went from a very what was people made into
Hmm?
just a cave.
Okay. Can we see the edges of the cave? Are we just like enclosed in here?
Well, it seems there are still tunnels here and there, so you can continue your travel, but you did just fall 40 feet.
Oh
So
my.
That's fun. Hmm.
Well, let's just be extra careful from now on. Um, do we pick a tunnel or do we do it randomly?
Moment. I'm going to use thaumaturgy for 2 of its effects. I'm going to brighten the torch, and I'm going to change the color from black to like a bright white, so it's brighter.
mhm,
So it's brightened, and then it's like pure white light.
okay.
How much does a torch light?
I think a standard was 60 feet.
And then I can brighten light, is what thaumaturgy says.
Okay.
What you see is that there's a just a straight wall with next to a that ends up in a tunnel that's behind you, and you rolled a little bit downward, so there was a slight slope down away from the hole, and there are the whole cave. Um, Here and there, you see statues, so it's not fully like just
Cave.
stalagmites and stalactites, but it's also here and there a little bit of somebody was there and put a statue there. Further up, you do see a staircase.
Interesting. Can I discern what the statues are? Or is it just Hiduku like we can tell?
Uh, it is people in suffering. Some
Well, I
all
am.
type of suffering. Someone is being hanged. Another is being like pierced with swords and daggers. Another, it looks like uh, the person was in flames. So it has very much related to torture.
Let's hope these statues aren't omens for our future.
Well, I was kind of right. And I am actually paying attention to details just to make sure I see any kind of hidden switch or, you know,
Yeah,
I am
from
on my guard.
from in this enlightened area, you don't see any things like that. You just see a very and a still very well. It sounds weird, well maintained, but it's very sturdy built staircase, and it leads a little bit upwards.
After
Are
you,
these in like
Serene.
are these in like a path or are they like encircled around?
It is in a tunnel, so the staircase leads up in a tunnel.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, let me, let's do this. To avoid the three of us getting caught by a trap, wait here a little
Again.
bit. I'm going to
Um,
try and I'm
if
going to try.
you find a trap, call me.
Okay, I'm going to try and walk stealthily. I'm going to, lurk in the shadows and take advantage of my night vision.
Okay. Um. Well, first, if you want to do this stealthily, then yeah, just have to roll for that.
13.
That's sufficient. That's sufficient here. And you manage to go upwards, and to a certain point, it leads even more steep upwards. And everything is it's like untouched. So it was carved in the rock, and was perfectly carved. So there was a lot of intention here, making this whole staircase, making these stairs into this tunnel, going up. It was. You still see, of course, here and there symbols, broken scale, etc., from Hidukul, and eventually you end up at the place you should have ended up.
Yeah, I mean, this stairway goes up, right? I'm
Yes.
going to close to the last step, take a quick look. If it's a hallway, like facing forward, I'm going to try and see, not showing up completely. Or if it's a hallway, like the stair is on the wall and then the hallway kind of passes by, I'm going to look both sides to make sure nothing's there. Then I'm going to go back and say, apparently it's safe. And I'll go up again, stealthily, slowly, quietly.
I'm just gonna walk normal because Void is not good at stealth at all. He knows that. He's like, if I get caught, I get caught.
I'll follow the lead and go stealthily. I'll
Roll
trim.
still.
24.
Okay. Okay. Um, Once you all get upstairs and back to the level, and if you got out of that smaller, narrower tunnel, you see that hey, that's where we ended up and went the wrong way. If you go left, it's still a lot of emptiness, but it seems that you did trigger something because the walls, there are lights. There's light emanating from the walls.
But it's
From
like the entire wall is lit up
it's
or
a
like
lightly lit
dots of
up.
light.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
dots of light. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. I guess no need to go stealthy then. Uh, Shall we move on this way? Because it seems that the trap is inviting us in.
I
There
don't
wouldn't
suppose
be
we have
like
much of a choice.
ambush, would it?
Sorry, say that again.
It wouldn't be an ambush, would it?
I don't know, like this place that seems abandoned, but not exactly abandoned, is lit up because we went upstairs. It's not an ambush at all.
Let's let's go. Lead the way, Sarim. I think you got a handle on this.
Yeah, actually, I am going to do that, but just before so, I get one of my daggers, and I walk with my dagger in hand, and being extra careful, like there might be something in every corner.
Uh, it looks a little bit clownesque, uh,
Thank you.
but you
That's surreal.
but you do manage to escort them safely. Then you come into a big space, a hollow space. Um, when Void and Elion have a conversation, it echoes into that room. You both are at the beginning, still within the in the tunnel that you were. What would you like to do?
Hmm.
I say
Are there?
very, in a very low voice. I'll go first, and I'll try to go stealthily, like really going close to the walls. Is this room lit up like the rest of the hallway?
It is lightly lit up. The walls on the side, because the room is approximately 240 square, 204 feet like wide, and maybe 500 feet in front of you. You don't know. It's
Oh,
dark.
so
But
I
the walls
am.
on the side do have that same shimmer and light, or light emanating substance. So you do see the sides, but you don't see the
But not the
center of the
center.
wall.
Okay, I'm going to walk slowly in the middle of the room, like right in the center. Make sure that the shadows cover me.
Okay. Um, roll stealth again.
Okay, dice, do not fail me. Ooh, 19.
19. And when you are doing this, at approximately 120 feet, you see something curled up, something very big. Um, quite large. And at the moment, it's not moving, you think.
What's the shape? Can I discern the shape of it?
Um, yes, it's like a very, very long um, line of vertebrae.
Okay. I try to get closer to see if I can get more details and assess what the creature or object is.
It seems that is all bones.
I think to myself, huh, I guess Void's going to have some fine time playing with this big undead. So I go back slowly and carefully.
While you are turning around, or you're just gonna walk back, like with that in
I am,
sight.
no, walk back, walk back.
Okay.
I'm well aware of things that start moving whenever I get close by. I did not forget that one shot that we played, and the damn chimera had tremor sense, and I tried to hide twice because I failed the knowledge test, and it found me.
Well, this one, you do see movement. You see movement, and it's not in your direction yet.
Oh.
To go back. I can't. It's
Do
lonely.
do we see
But
this or do we not? Like it's just Sareem seeing it.
It's 120 feet away, so if you have not moved, then you have not seen it yet.
Am I able
Alright.
to see it?
Your distance, what's your dark vision again?
120 feet.
Yeah, that you might see a dot, but you don't see it move. You see a dot.
But
well,
I do see Shireen moving back.
Yeah, you see Serene slowly backing up.
Whisper to Floyd, I think something's wrong. Shireen's acting weird and walking backwards. Be ready.
When he does that, I'm gonna walk like my full movement closer to Sareem.
Okay.
I pull out
Serene,
my
you had this creature in sight, right? And you walked backwards. So because that is a challenging thing to do, I do want you to do a dexterity roll. Just a clear dexterity roll.
Honestly, you should have used enhanced ability in your decks.
well,
And I would
let
even allow you, if you can motivate properly, I will allow you to do a wisdom roll because you have to remember what you did.
wait.
Hmm?
I am going to walk backwards
Mm-hmm.
really carefully.
Mm-hmm.
And before I roll anything, I would like to say that I am not a very wise character. Therefore, I'm going to do this wisdom roll, trying to go back step by
Okay.
step. But if I hear the clang, clang, clang of Void's
My
armor
armor.
echoing in the chambers, I am going to use vicious mockery in the creature and full movement back.
Okay.
No.
And
Wisdom
there's still
roll.
120 feet, so let's see what the creature notices.
Well,
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm 90 because I used my full action to move closer to Serene.
Yeah. Well, you lucked out. It didn't notice you.
do I hear the clangy, clang, clang?
Yeah, you would. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
you would.
so
Everyone would hear.
as I am carefully pacing back and I hear those bells clang, 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 I'm going to panic and I'm just going to say, hey, you big old piles of bones! And cast vicious mockery and
Okay, a vicious
move backwards.
mockery.
Wisdom 13.
Wisdom 13. Ooh, wisdom. Wisdom 13, and this is a 21.
So I'm moving 9 feet, 9 meters backwards, or 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, okay.
And while I'm moving, I said, why did you have to move?
uh, let me see what noticed you. And it definitely noticed you this time. So it is, everybody please roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Uh,
I'll
17.
go
16.
last. I rolled 2.
2. Sorry, 16 you said?
Yep.
17. I am.
17. Okay. Okay. Okay, why can't I find my encounters? Sorry, say that. No, I don't want to do this. Here. Okay. Mm-hmm. I need to roll for the creature.
I'm sorry, did you say for the treasure?
Sorry, what?
I swore I thought I heard him say he needs to roll for the treasure.
No, not for the treasure.
I was like, um, if we're fighting a creature, you need to roll the treasure table. I'm a bit frightened.
Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, the creature goes first.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. It's first gonna move, and it's going for you, Serene, because you are the closest creature from the animal of the, and it's just going to do a bite attack, and it's gonna hit you with a 21.
Oh, definitely hits. My armor class is 12.
Yeah, that's definitely would do it. Okay. And that would be 2 of those. And that's 5 points of piercing damage. And I want you to roll a medicine. Constitution save.
Okay. And that is 19.
19. Okay. Well, you managed to stay safe. Okay.
Do I feel anything?
You feel that you're being pierced.
No, yeah, I mean, do I feel any kind of poison being inoculated or something
No,
like that?
no, it doesn't feel
Okay.
like you feel that. Ilion, it's your
Yeah.
turn.
Do I recognize this creature or something that looks like it?
Yeah, roll him history. You might have passed it in your life. You might have come across it.
Natural 20.
Yes, you do know. It is a bone naga, which is a big creature. It's a large creature, an undead large creature.
All right.
And you would know with that roll that it has immunities against being charmed, exhaustion, paralyzed, and poisoned.
All right. I'm gonna get closer and get within. I can move 30 feet. How far away am I?
You were 120. If you move 30 feet, then you
90.
are 90.
All right.
And it's approximately the distance that the creature and Surim moved towards you. So you are now next to Surim or passing Surim if Surim continues running
So I am within
at the
15.
creature.
I'm next. All right. I'm within 15 feet.
Yeah, yes, most definitely.
Oh, then I'll gonna put my hands together and uh, a big triangle of black flames will emerge, and I will cast Burning Hands. All
Okay.
needs to do a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Oh, that is definitely a 4.
Yeah, it doesn't succeed. So let me see. Uh, it also ignites any flammable object in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Nothing is being worn or carried.
I mean, we're
Uh,
also in a cave, so I don't think we can set
he
anything on
gets
fire.
15 fire damage.
15 fire damage. Okay, fire damage. Okay.
Um, And as a bonus action, I cast Shadow Blade. Oh no, I cannot cast. Never mind. I am, as a bonus action, gonna look really angry at him.
Okay. Surim, it's your turn.
It bit me. This old dusty pile of bones bit me. You've got a nerve. Or actually, you don't. And vicious mockery again.
A vicious mockery again. Oh, where is my? Hey, where's it? Oh no, is it stuck? Oh no, it's here. 21.
Yeah. As I am probably within range, I am going to get my second dagger
Mm-hmm.
and, be prepared to fight.
Uh, the creature is focusing on you and seeing you, Leon. Void, it's your turn.
I'm right next to Ilian because I moved 30 feet before Shreem
Uh-huh.
attacked it, so I'm just right next to them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm gonna hold up my spear, and this doesn't cost any action. Apparently, this is just a no action. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to use my channel divinity, path to the grave. I lift up my spear. Dark, cold energy of dark, cold, focused necrotic energy raises up. My eyes turn black. It pulsates and it marks the creature. So the next time anyone hits it, it is vulnerable to any damage anyone deals to it.
Vulnerable. Okay. Um, is there penalty or disadvantage?
No, they're just vulnerable, so they would take double damage from any attack that
Oh,
hits.
double damage. Yeah. Okay. And that was your turn?
Oh no, that's a no action. I can still take my attack action. And doing so, I'm going to use a upcast guiding bolt.
Ooh.
Oh, son of a bitch. I assume 7 does not hit.
No. 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 No.
No, no,
No.
nope. Yeah, I know.
That
That's
doesn't
it for
sound.
my turn. I did something really cool, and of course, like I don't get to reap the benefit from it. Like I even upcast a spell to like really bring the pain on. But no,
Well, it
yeah.
is trying to attack you because you were the last one that was attacking, and it's trying to bite you. But apparently, it's trying to get its body in aligned with the rest of you, and it strikes, but it bites into your spear. It's
Oh,
not being
okay,
broken, by the way. That's not it. That's not happening. But it does only bite your spear.
okay, cool. I was a bit afraid it was about to break my spear.
Elion, what would you like to do?
Now I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
And now I've got a question. Am I in dim light, or be, does it count as normal light?
No,
Because of the
this is not normal light. You are still working within darkness or relative
we're
darkness.
we're in dim because of my bright white
Mhm.
torch.
that's great, because then
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah, that's true.
then I get advantage on my attack
Okay.
because
Nice.
of Shadow Blade.
So you get advantage and you get whatever damage you deal will be doubled.
Uh, I don't know that. No, it's just advantage.
No, no, you
Uh,
get double damage from my channel divinity.
oh yeah, of course. I do. I roll. I got to calculate this. 17 to hit.
17, that is already doubled?
No, 17 to hit.
Oh, sorry, to hit. Oh, I'm not listening. Yes, that definitely hits.
Now I'm gonna roll the die. I have to. Here it is. Um, 13 times 2. 26 psychic damage.
26. Okay, psychic damage. Okay. And that is not doubled, or is that doubled?
That's doubled. That's
That's
doubled. That's
doubled.
already
Okay.
doubled.
That is quite a lot of damage. Quite a lot.
Well, if your
Oh.
attacks get doubled.
Yeah, it's while it was biting on Void's spear, it like right behind the neck and a little bit further down the neck, it like moves, lets go, and turns around, and then refocuses. Sareem, it's your turn.
I shout to the other two. Do piercing weapons do anything?
I'll answer back honestly. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to move towards it. I believe it's within range. How far is it from me, actually?
Uh, it's now within. It's definitely within range because it's right next to you.
Okay, so, okay, time to test. And I'm going to get my 2 daggers and use my attack action with one, my bonus action with another.
Mm-hmm.
So the first attack, it's a 10, but I am going to use my lucky feat. And I am going to roll again. And it is a 12. Nope. I still have my bonus action. Yay, that is fun. Missing is fun. And that is a 16.
That hits.
Okay, so there goes 1d4 points of damage for the piercing weapon. However, as I hit, I say, bullseye, and I'm going to use my psychic blades. So I spend 1 use of my bardic inspiration and deal 2d6 to the creature. So
Yeah.
psychic damage, ooh, nice full damage, 12.
12.
It's a total of 12 psychic damage plus 4 piercing damage.
Plus 4. Okay. That is 16. That has to be doubled, right?
I don't know. Side? Is it still working?
Let me see actually. Now it says it has vulnerability to the attacks, to all of that attacks damage, and then it ends.
Oh, one time.
Yeah.
So not doubled.
Not doubled. Okay. Yeah. Okay. While it was turning around and recoiling and turning around, you first missed it because the vertebrae were like moving out of the way. But with your second attack, you were able to hit it, and you've done some serious damage. It even now is trying to get away.
Don't let it escape! Kill the creature!
Avoid.
Is it moving?
Yeah, it's now moving.
Do we get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, because
It's
it's moved out
not
of melee range of 3 of us.
Yeah, it's not moving out of like moving away. It's like trying to
Right.
how do you call that?
Readjust.
Reposition?
Readjust itself. Yeah.
All right. All right.
By the way, did I see any difficulty like with the piercing, or did my dagger properly sink in the bone and stuff?
Well, you when you attacked, you kind of hit between the vertebra.
Okay.
So is it my turn now?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. Let's see here. I'm going to use a regular guiding bolt on its face.
On its face, even. So while
Oh,
it's turning
that's
around and.
I assume a 21 does in fact hit.
Oh yes, those definitely hits. It it's turning around, and it's looking at you, and it's
Ooh.
the guiding
For
bolt is
for
hitting its
six,
head.
yeah, for 16 damage at that.
And how does this happen, Void?
Again, trying to take like the same pose where I had cursed it. I fire the guiding bolt from the tip of my spear. Like I don't know how much it damages it, but I'll say like in the middle of its like skull is what I'll say.
Once you execute this attack, it was already weakened because it already responded a little bit like strange.
Hmm.
It collapses.
Hmm.
All of you jump out of the way because the head was a pretty big thing, and that was just right falling on top of you all. What would you like to do? Because you have a dead creature lying there in the middle of
How
nothing.
how big is this creature? Because guiding bolt lights it up, so I
It's
know
a
it's dead, but now I can see like how big it really is.
it's a large creature, so
Oh, okay.
it's not a small
Well,
thing.
I'm just going to do some winning falls. Like I get my daggers, I swirl them in my hands, place them in their cases, and say, "Ha! To the bone marrow." And it's mine. So, what was that thing that we have just killed? Sometimes I feel guilty for killing things that I don't know what they are.
Would I know because it's undead?
Yes, you might also know. What you now see it. It's like you know that it is a bone naga,
Hmm.
and it's it's a it's generally has a master.
I'll kind of like very grimly turn over to Sareem and Ilium, and yeah. Um. Oh, this is not a good sign for us. These typically have a master controlling it somewhere.
Uh,
Hmm.
Meaning that someone or something is still down here,
Yep.
right?
Even
Okay.
presumably stronger than the bone naga we just killed. That's its name, by the way. Presumably stronger than it. Still down here.
Well, maybe
That
we
is
should.
interesting. I start climbing on top of the body while I listen to them talking because it was recoiled. So I want to
Oh,
see what it was recoiled around. If
it
there's
was
something.
there was nothing in the middle, so it wasn't like coiling around.
Encircling an object.
It was just encircling. Yeah, it wasn't encircling an object. It was just um, being like a hose being
Okay.
coiled around.
Well, nothing in the middle.
Oh, maybe we
Maybe.
should go on hunt for whoever controls this.
Yeah, but actually, we should check what is on the other end of the room because it seems like a passageway.
Lead to
I am
where?
I'm trying to look around. Like I assume I am a little bit in the middle of the room and the
Mm-hmm.
walls are lit up. So I'm trying to check, even though my dark vision does not go further than that. I'm trying to see if I see like entrances in the walls, like side
Um,
walls or back walls.
if you walk around a little bit closer to the walls, you will figure out that there are niches, like how do you call that? Yeah, in Dutch we call them niches. Um, intrusions? No, that's not inclusions. I can't remember what the
Oh,
English word was.
I think I know what you're saying. It's like the wall is a little bit carved in,
Yeah,
but it's not a hallway. It's just like
right,
a carved
Dented?
section.
right. And on those are statues. Well, small statues. So it's not a very big, but small statues. That kind of portray horror, and there are different types of horrors.
Hmm.
some
Well,
creepy stuff down here.
yeah. I think your church should, you know, make sure they check when they buy a new place
Yeah.
because it is an entire temple down here. Side note, sorry, point.
Seeing like the scenes of horror, I'm gonna just tip one over with the tip of my spear so it crashes over.
Okay. Roll a religion.
Oh no, okay. A 10.
Um, it falls over, and you get a slight sense of something. You don't know what it is, but Ilion, you get a strong feeling.
What kind of feeling do I get?
It's like somebody, when you, it's like a sound wave passing through you.
Or what did you just do?
I tipped it over. What kind of a feeling do I get? Do I get something similar to Ilium's
To you, it's
feeling?
more like a tingle.
It felt really weird, like I don't know, like a pressing feeling, like a creepy, like really weird. Don't do that again, please.
Sureem, do
I'm
a
walking
sanity
around.
roll, please.
Okay. I was going
Oh
to say that
no.
I was walking around the rest of the room, and six.
6. You get really sad all of a sudden. Really, really sad.
Guys, do you think what we did is right?
Well, yeah, but I think what I don't know what Foy did. It felt really weird. I don't know.
You know, we killed a creature. It was just living down here. It's not
No,
fair.
those creatures are horrible, horrible creatures. I've seen them before. They destroy everything in their path.
They have the right
Oh,
to live. That is so sad that we killed it. We didn't even try to talk to it. It did bite
sorry,
me, but we were invading.
sorry. You would honestly have left that, and to like exclude my point, I'm just gonna spec like just the size of his skull, like how big it was with my hands. You really wanted to have left that stay down there, honestly.
Well, it's not like it was doing anything. We are breaking it, and it's so just so sad, you know. I just sit down on the floor a little bit, and it's like, I don't know, I'm not okay.
Can I do an perception of the room?
You can do an investigation, but not a perception.
Well, investigation is better for me anyway. A 21.
21. Um, how do you do this investigation?
Well, I'm looking for anything or any one or any suspicious something that I I find like maybe someone's hiding in like a dark corner or uh something like that.
Okay, well, it takes you a while. It's a big room. Um, and you don't find anybody, but you do come across a lot of like carved seals above those statues. They're all from Hidugul. They all have the broken chain, merchant scale, and some of them start to glow up.
I would like to throw my spear at one that hasn't grown quite yet.
Okay. Try to hit it.
All right. Action. Where's my spear? Alrighty then. A 24.
A 24.
Hmm.
With your spear and from your hand,
Mm-hmm.
all the small seals light up bright.
Oh, oh no.
What are you doing?
I want you, Void, to roll religion and pray.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's a 9.
With on the ceiling, there's a bigger, um, like protrusion, and it is in the shape of a lamp. Uh, and there is a crystal lighting up the room very clearly now. And it starts to, how do you go? A ray is being swept through the room.
Oh. Um. Hmm. Does the crystal look like it's built into the wall, or is
It's
it like
now, yeah, it's
adorned
built in
into?
that lamp-shaped protrusion from the ceiling.
How far away is from that is us? Are we?
100 feet.
Oh boy. I am going to try start walking towards that because I don't want to use a spell on that. I don't know what that does.
Okay. It's randomly scanning the whole room, and then it finally hits you.
Um,
You hear a voice.
hmm, oh no.
It's a male voice, an aggressive male voice.
Hmm.
You will be my next victim.
Oh.
You hear another voice, a female voice, and it says, "You will not touch him."
Interesting. Huh. Yeah, no, on hearing that, I'm going to try to destroy that little lamp intrusion with the second level guiding bolt. Let's see if I hit with that.
Okay.
Sorry, just how far is he from me?
He walked into the middle of the room, approximately 60 feet.
Great, because I'm going to say, Void, I believe in you. Bardic inspiration.
This poor thing is gonna be destroyed. I rolled a 25, a natural 25 before his bardic inspiration. Oh my god.
Mm.
For 25 damage.
25 damage. No, well,
Wow,
okay.
I rolled a 25 to hit and did 25 damage. That's nice.
This crystal is now, because it was the lamp that held it up,
Mm,
and it's now falling on you. But that's not the only thing that is falling. The whole
oh,
ceiling is caving down. I want everybody to do a dexterity save. And I want you to
okay.
tell me where you're going.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
uh, 10.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Mm-hmm.
19, and I am trying to, because I imagined that I was checking the room and I was
Mm-hmm.
the opposite side. If I
Mm-hmm.
don't see any hallway or stuff like that, my first reaction is to go back to the hallway we came in.
Yeah, same here. If there's nowhere else that I can duck under, it's just back to the hallway we came from.
Same. Me too. Or to a niche, to like one of the carvings, to duck into there and protect and like put my shield in front so I don't some stuff doesn't fly against me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my shield overhead, just trying to.
Okay. Let me roll an attack for all three of you. Void,
Hmm.
a natural 20.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Ilion, an 8.
I will survive.
Surim, a 16.
Ouch.
I mean, on the
Um,
bright side, you got the temporary HP that I gave y'all.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that ship has already sailed.
No.
Well, you all lucked out. There's a big boulder falling on you, Void.
Oh no.
Yeah, a big boulder. But, unfortunately, you were, even though it's falling on you, your shield kept somewhat of, gave you somewhat of protection, but at the same time, you made a misstep and you fell on the side, which resulted in you just having 8 points of damage.
Awesome. 2, 3, 4.
Serene, you got hit by 16, right?
Yep.
And that leads you into a. This was part of a wall, of a ceiling, and that was not just a boulder, that was just a plaque of rock coming down on you. And you had 17 points of damage.
Ow!
And Ilion, you were well protected inside the niche. The whole ceiling caved in. And now that you see, well, if you can see, and you're not under a pile of rocks, uh, you will see that there was a floor above it, above the space
Oh.
that you were. What would you like to do, my dear friends?
Not die.
Yeah, I'm gonna start shouting out for Sareem. See if I can find where he is under the rubble.
By the way, am I locked? Like, am
Oh
I
yeah,
stuck
you are stuck.
under?
You're
Okay,
definitely stuck.
then
Alright.
I'm going to get one of my daggers. I imagine that the stones like holding me on my chest, and I'm going to get one of my daggers and say, "Oh, there's a light that never goes out." And I'll cast a light and hold my dagger up. Help! I'm stuck. So that they know where I am, making the first uh, signal gun of medieval times.
Could I? Do I see that?
You would see that, yes. You would definitely see that because
Am
you
I
were
al-
not that far away from Serene.
am I able to get out where I am?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, then I'm gonna climb out and try and find them.
And while you're all trying to busy find Serene, there are a lot of footsteps coming from the direction where you came from,
Oh shit. Okay.
and they were like, and the torches are seen, and they're shouting your name, Void, 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 brother.
I'll shout. I'll shout back. Here, we need help. Like, very tired
They
because I got
run
hit by a
towards you.
boulder.
Yeah, yeah. They run towards you. They're trying to, get lift you up after you've been almost crushed.
Almost crushed to death.
You're almost crushed. Um, and they see a dagger just being lit somewhere, and another group is helping you out.
Uh,
Winnie, Void, are you all right?
As much as I can be.
I think we
Yeah,
should close this place down for a while, don't we?
yeah, you should also in fact send a party to search through this rubble because there was a crystal that had a direct connection to Hiduko. I heard the voice of Hiduko come from this crystal. I don't know if it is completely broken underneath all this rubble. I struck at it and then this all happened. And I'm gonna like point up and down like to the ceiling to the now opened above area and like all the rubble on the floor.
It is a mystery. To them, it is a mystery. They are willing to search for. And he says, of course, this comes across as uh, quite a disastrous thing. Uh, there is another group of clerics helping you out, trying to dig you out. Uh, Ilion, what are you doing in the meantime?
I'm walking towards him. I'm removing the dust out of my hair, and I'm gonna help free Serene.
Okay. Let's see how successful they all are. You can roll too. Roll for strength or, sorry, athletics.
13.
You all get with the help of the clerics, you were able to get Surim out of the pile, out of the
The rubble.
crevice or the space that was created during the fall of this plaque of rock.
Oh, I'm glad you're safe, Serene.
I'm glad too. But why me? I was not the one to destroy the crystal.
You should have run faster.
I don't know, Stream. Sometimes I just think you're just unlucky.
Well, anyways, did we find what we were looking? Oh, by the way, I saw that there was some kind of room above. What was that?
While everybody's looking, of course, hey, your brother asks, like, are there any other people that you come across that we have to save?
No, that's just the three of us right now.
All right.
I didn't see anyone else. If there was anyone else, I haven't seen them down here.
For some
All right.
reason, I'm trying to pay extra attention to these brothers. I don't know. I'm suspicious.
Um, to your question, Surim, it's like it was a religious lab, a study area, because there were books were in the rock. It's like a bookcase, but then carved out of the rock, and you see
Okay.
that around that space.
And it's probably a space that has not been used in quite some time, just like this area. It
Yeah,
was not like a
yeah.
part of the temple. Okay.
No, 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 no.
Sorry, but would any of you religious folks mind helping me out with something? And I point to my knee that is probably turning in the wrong direction by now.
One of the healing clerics that has been also assigned to this rescue team uh, is healing you up. And let me see how much he's healed you. That's cocked. That is 13 points of healing.
Ooh, thank you. I can breathe without feeling my own ribs puncturing my lungs.
Well, just
Thank you
stay
very
down,
much.
stay down, and they bring down a brancard. I don't know what the English word English word for it is. What is the English word for brancard?
Well, what are you trying to define?
Bring.
No, it's where you
I think
transport
for
people on.
on an ambulance.
Oh, a tourniquet.
Yeah.
There's two people at an end, and
Yeah,
someone
Yeah,
lays on.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
that's what we call
tourniquet.
a bunker. Okay, tourniquet.
Or
Somebody put you
stretcher.
on a stretcher or on a
It's the
tourniquet,
same.
and they're like, stay down, and we'll carry you up, and you'll be all fine.
But thank you. But I'm curious about those books.
Your health goes first.
Yeah, I know.
So how did you guys actually find us? I thought you never came down here.
Yes, but if you hear a loud bang, then you're definitely going to go down where there.
To,
One of the
Sure.
to be
brothers were
fair,
posted there to keep an ear out, and a collapsing cave is definitely something you hear from upstairs.
I said you would hear my message.
to be fair, Liam, that's a lot of falling rock, and I'm gonna keep looking up at the ceiling where all this rock is just tumbled down, like
Oh
rock
yeah,
and
it's
rubble,
it's
like
all
torn.
littered. It's all rocks, boulders, like the whole uh, plateaus, plaques of rock just lay in that whole area. Um,
Is there like a stack of rocks in which I could climb to go to that next floor?
no, the floor is very high because the next floor
Mm,
is um uh, it's at least 30 meters up. So that is 30 meters is times 3 is 90 feet
90
high,
feet?
something
Yeah,
like that. I
something,
can't
I
remember,
think.
something like that. 90 feet high, so it's not like easily accessible.
Actually, to be like 100 feet
100
because
feet? 100
yeah,
feet. 100 feet.
sorry, 50 feet because 5 feet is no, yeah, 100 feet because 10 feet is 3 meters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 100. You're like a couple inches short of 100 feet, but
yeah.
it's 100 more or less.
So yeah, so it's not easily. You can't just jump and get there.
Yeah, and I'm kind of at a higher level spells to do anything about it.
Have the spell yet to do it.
Supreme is being dragged up. What are you two going to do?
I'll go up with Sareem and presumably talk to the clergy member who's in charge of figuring out what just happened here.
I'm following.
Like as we're going up the stairs, I'll talk to
Well, this is totally new. We haven't gone this deep for a very long time.
him.
What can you tell us, Void?
uh, well, we discovered there was a bone nog that we had dealt with. I'm not sure if you came across the bones of creature, and yeah, there was a crystal and some kind of. Would I know what it is? Like you said, you described it as an array, but would Void know like how to describe that?
Um, he wouldn't know why it was there. Put it that way. You can describe what you saw. So you saw a
Okay,
ray that was
yeah,
scanning the room,
okay.
uh, but you wouldn't know the purpose, or it didn't give you. It only when it reached you,
Did
you
I know
heard
what it is?
voices. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I just we came across this room kind of displayed in an array-like pattern, very similar to the Magic Gateways. And I guess whenever the light reaches someone, they hear some kind of a voice. And very quickly, because that voice gave me horrible kinds of feelings, I destroyed the crystal that I had to guess it was being estimated from. And yeah, that's what happened with all that. I don't really know how the two were connected or how deep into the temple it goes. If it knocked down that entire, I don't want to say floor because I don't know like how big it was, but let's just say like that entire structure.
Hmm. Well, you said something about Hidugul, right?
Yes, I said there were there in the array, and the array had symbols of Hidugul.
Hmm.
Twitch I tried to destroy, and they started lighting up more, and one thing went to another.
That's not a good sign.
Hmm, I think I'd reckon to have to agree with you there. That's not a good sign.
Because there are unfortunate records that most of the clergy of our temple, our religion, have not survived the voice.
It gave me an awful feeling, and I heard of. Would I recognize that voice as the Raven Queen, the second one, or would I just
The
hear it
second, yeah,
weird?
the second one, you really understood, and you felt the same warm feeling of peace and etc. From her, from when her voice
Okay,
appeared.
and yeah, so I'll add that to the report. Like I heard her voice in response, like very clearly say you won't take him, and that's when I shot the crystal with the guiding bolt.
Brother,
Hmm.
I don't think it's safe to stay here.
I reckon to agree with you. That was getting there was not the challenge. It was very much the site itself.
Um, like I said, our eldest clerics have noted that most of the times when they heard Hidukul, if they were even able to hear Hidukul, they became ill and passed away.
I'd reckon to watch out for that crystal. Was I able to tell the color of the crystal,
It was
or just that it was glowing?
it was glowing, and it was a kind of deep dark purple color.
Ooh. Yeah, so I'd reckon if you see any purple to warn all them down there, uh, don't touch it because that's exactly what that crystal looked like. It was a very deep purple.
Mm. Uh, like I said, it's not safe for you.
I'd reckon to agree. I was nearly crushed to death
Would
twice.
you accept an assignment?
I, yeah, I'd most certainly accept an assignment after I make sure my companions are fine.
Right. Um, let me take some prayer, and I'll be right with you.
Hmm.
And talk with the others about a different assignment for you. One that is more peaceful, or at least away from here.
I'll certainly take away from here.
If you like to um, say them farewell, please take that time.
Hmm.
He
Certainly think I
leaves.
shall.
He leaves you, and you were all up, and you went all a stair up with the ward,
Hmm.
the sick ward, and of course you're all trying to take care of or give at least attention and space to Serene. You're also being checked up on, Elion. Of course, not a lot happened to you, so that was really quick.
Slow heartbeat.
What what would you like to do after this conversation with your fellow?
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to my companions, just checking on them, seeing how they are. Very serious. I'm gonna assume very clearly seeing Sareem in a very bad state.
Oh, not that bad anymore. Healing magic is magic, you know.
Yes, it's all fine and dandy, but you still have a dislocated knee, which requires attention.
Oh,
Would I?
you mean this thing? And I just show the knee and where the that front bone should be instead of being front is like to the side. This is fine. I can still run 100 miles.
Certain patients are not something you want to deal with, and a the one who was helping you goes away and goes into a back uh, behind some cabinets. You hear some ruffling. Void,
Hmm.
Elio. He comes back. He. Well, I want you to help me out. Hold him because this is going to hurt.
Uh,
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I have
I've
it.
heard that before.
I grab two daggers and I stab two daggers in his above his shirt, above his shoulder, so he's pinned down, so he can't move anymore.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna,
Wait,
I'm just
Elliot,
gonna
please.
grapple check him.
Just get one of my daggers and place the handle on my mouth.
I got
Okay. I want you to roll an attack, Surim. And I want you to roll for a grapple.
Oh my god! I had to roll a grapple. Let me check here.
grappled is
Just a
an
regular
unarmed
attack.
strike, right?
It's
Unarmed
an
strike.
unarmed strike, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, unarmed strike. Let's see here.
14.
Sorry, you're being held down. I'm holding you down with the
19.
15.
uh, he is trying to set the knee properly and set the bone and winding it. Uh, uh, how do you call it in English? Spalken? Um,
Mm,
like fortify
Bracing.
with a put it in a brace, basically in a wooden brace.
Oh, splint. That's what it was.
Splint,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought it was that, but I was not sure. And it's kind of okay what you gather, and some magic extras being uh, sprayed over it, basically being prayed over it, and it was done safely without them getting hurt from your reaction to the pain.
Knife attack.
Well,
Not
Serene,
to mention that I must have hit a new high note.
Serene, after this splint, you can sprint again.
Yeah, well, I am kind of used to that by now. You know, at least my knee is back on its place, I guess.
Your brother
Yeah,
is
I
coming
mean,
back, Void.
hmm,
Well, I've talked to the rest, and um, apparently, the latest news is that there has been a lot of casualties at the front line.
hmm.
That requires that we need more people guiding them to their next phase of their life. Are you willing to go to the front line?
All of a sudden you see like kind of a light bulb expression across Void's like face, like that realization, like oh, from the Raven Queen telling him the exact same thing pretty much earlier, and with no hesitation, yes, I'm willing to go.
Uh, I'm sorry. Are you going to abandon us to be a gravedigger?
I will not take offense to that remark because you are sick.
Oh, no offense intended. Uh, but the question remains.
I have in fact been called both by multiple times by powers higher than myself. I have
Well, me
been
too,
called.
but that usually lasts a night or so.
I have been called, and I must always answer.
Well, you will be missed, I think. I
Yeah,
don't actually know you that long, so well, Serene seems fond of you.
yeah. Well, I can't say that I am happy with this. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. So just stay safe out there. And, well, whenever you see an inn, make sure you drink some ale for me.
Try not to faint so much, Serene.
Why do you have to break any kind of sad farewell scene that I have placed in my mind? Jesus.
Hold on, let me finish.
Alien,
You see,
our next companion should not be connected to religion. These guys are super dull. Come on.
I'm gonna have my eyes turn blue because I've established that my changeling abilities are also connected to my emotions, and like very solemnly face, like really sad, like putting my hand on his shoulder, presumably in like the hospital or sick bed or however it is they have it set up for him, and try not to faint so much without me around.
Don't worry. It's
Wait,
not like I'm trying to do that on a regular basis, but it just happens to me.
he
And
faints?
just mm, quite often, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And just for the just for the one time on the road, I'm gonna heal him with the cure wounds for 10.
Oh, thank you. I'm fully healed. I can walk again.
it's a
Oh,
miracle.
It's a miracle. Uh, I'm going to look at Helium and say, do you happen to know how to heal? Like, can you cast
Um,
healing spells?
no.
Okay, so I guess I'm back to that roll, baby. We are doomed.
I know how to persuade myself to go longer, but that's all I can do.
Dude, I'm a master persuasive guy. However, I am also known as the guy who thinks. You can see where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yes, it
I
seems
also
that you'll be in trouble, you two.
I'll try to not leave you. Can of course not promise because I don't know if I will vamp away like I vamped into your life.
I'm sorry, Liam. Do you have a lover?
This
No.
is not my situation. I will leave. Void,
Okay.
the next team is going to leave in a couple of hours.
I suppose I'll be heading that way then. I'm gonna make one last round, and and like during that time, I'm gonna go say like bye to Mama Casina and the kind of the nice server at the nicer place, at the nicer inn we were staying at. And if I see him on the street, the goblin, not the orc noble that I entertained with my changeling abilities.
Um, they are going by a
Hmm,
horse and carriage. Everybody's gathered, and they're going down south.
hmm.
We'll be leaving in any moment.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. Or actually, see you.
Good luck on your mission.
I certainly wish you both luck. Oh, I suppose before I forget, I'm going to hand them just for the joke of it from earlier in the session. I'm gonna hand them the prayer book that I have. I'm gonna
Um,
hand them the prayer book. Let's see what else I can. The 2+1 javelins that I still have from
Uh-huh.
Drago, and let's see here. Oh yeah, the pearl and the like nice glove.
Who's taking it?
I'm not touching it.
I am taking the pearl.
Does he still have it? That's the question.
Yeah, I am taking the glove. And I'll say, I guess Ilium would like the book. He was looking for something to read. And I say that as I'm placing things inside my backpack.
And they're the 2+1 javelins I'm leaving too.
I'll
Wait,
take
there
them.
are plus one javelins?
Yeah, Drago gave them to me like after he broke my first spear.
I thought they were regular javelins.
No, they're +1 in my inventory.
Brother,
Yeah.
it's time.
I'm going to take the challenge.
um, like for a final farewell, my eyes haven't ever shifted back to the regular color. They're still blue, like you can tell very much. It's hurt like pain on the inside. Then I'll just kind of wave them off as I'm going down on the carriage.
See you.
After this very emotional scene, the gates open of the city, and because it's huge gates, even though you already are far away, you see the gates open, you two, and they close. Thank you, players, for playing today. And Sai, thank you for playing with us.
As always, it was great. It was definitely a fun experience. I had a lot more fun streaming on D&D than I thought I would have.
Do you have any moments you would like to recollect with us? Like, this is something that I will not forget.
I will definitely not forget that the first use of my feat channel divinity was to knock out Drago because I was just pushed so far to the edge. And
Spur.
yeah, yeah. I also think the probably the scenes where I fainted when my laptop crashed, those will probably live with me forever.
Right, of course.
Just the falling off the I would watch the videos back, like the videos when they are went on our YouTube. Follow our YouTube. Um, when you could be like, oh yeah, he's just frozen up.
Ah, well, what is life going to be without D&D for you, or at least for the stream? What will you be doing?
Hopefully I will actually finally be in driving school recently,
Oh,
and
good.
I plan to visit some family I haven't seen since before the pandemic started.
Yeah, that's something I will be doing too. 'Cause, it's a small country, but you know, if you can't move, you can't move, right? Okay. Well, Kas, I will leave you to. What can you plug for this week?
Join our Twitch down below, in the link. Go follow our YouTube. There you can also watch every other episode that we've done before. Um, and uh, come visit us every Sunday.
Yeah. Of course, last month was a little bit of a weird situation. It happens. So we don't, hopefully next time, not have such big hiatus. We are going to change the schedule. We talked about that before, and we're going to twice a month instead of every week. That's to relieve us from creating and starting the life again without the lockdown. Because in the Netherlands and also in Brazil, the lockdown uh, is being deconstructed. In the Netherlands, is almost completely deconstructed on a couple of rules, with a couple of exceptions. So we are going to continue our old lives before the pandemic, uh, with a little bit of a change that we have to take into account that Corona still exists. Um, Kyle, what will you be doing, and who are we going to raid?
Well, I am trying to get back to streaming because life got complicated. But we're going to stream a group called D8 Dungeon. They're
Ooh.
playing Dungeons and Dragons. So it seems like a nice group, especially because, as far as I can see, there are 3 female players. So it's great.
Oh, that's great. That's what we need to promote a little
Three,
bit
no,
more.
4 actually.
After
4.
four, because D&D has traditionally always been a man's game, and you know, female perspective is always an interesting one. Okay, well, the last thing I'm going to say, that I don't have anything to plug. I will not be playing or streaming this week because my work is overloading me right now. So, I thank everybody for watching and see us. I will schedule a moment that I will post a date that we will stream again. That means next week we won't be streaming, and the week after that we will. Okay, thank you for watching. How much do I still have to fill up to so that we will
Actually,
switch?
we can go.
Then let's go. Dot scenes.
Yeah. This
Bye.
is
Bye-bye.
Void one last time.
We went.
Okay, let me stop the stream because where did whoa, no, that's the wrong screen. My buttons are all. This is spectacular YouTube content. I'm gonna stop the stream right now. Bye.